Hello everybody, it's Jackie Felix here. Today we'll be going through a guide on Manshaum Forest. Basically this is going to be a 2019 version, and we're going to be going through topics such as money per hour. I'll quickly go through the rotation I do, the skill rotations, some general tips and advice, pros and cons of grinding Manshaums, and as well as the ideal gear requirement. And I'll just quickly skim over the buffs I use while grinding Manshaums. Potentially, as well, how good Manshaums can be in the future, especially with the new central marketplace, or the new marketplace that will be coming very soon to NA and EU. So before we get into it, I just want to go over quickly why should you grind Manshaums, so the benefits of grinding Manshaums, I guess, the main reason why people grind Manshaums, other than the horse dailies, is Caphras. Caphras stones are a means of guaranteed progression in the game, and they are a form of endgame progression. The actual value of Caphras stones in the current marketplace is set to 1 million. However, most people value Caphras at least between 2 to 4 million each, so it depends on how valuable you see Caphras as, but we can go through that later. And additionally, instead of, for example, in Valencia, dropping the Pillar Face Scrolls, Manshaums drops the Voodoo Scrolls. The Voodoo Scrolls, I recommend you guys do run the Voodoo Scrolls instead of selling them, even though on NA they are basically sold out as of currently, and they sell for max price, which is around 770k each. However, if you're able to run the Voodoo Scrolls, basically you'll be getting bonus Caphras stones, black stones, as well as horse materials, I believe, which is a good deal in my opinion. Alright, now we've gone that out of the way, I can quickly go over how much money I make at Manshaums. At my AP, which is my gear is currently 274 AP. I am a level 61 wizard, and I have around about 2.2 to 2.3k skill points. Basically, I'm able to hit around about 4k trash an hour. This is with Karma Blessing, of course. Karma Blessing does make a difference at Manshaums, a slight difference, because especially with totems, because it's not the totems drop trash loot as well, but it's not 100% guaranteed chance of dropping that trash loot. And basically, in terms of the money per hour, I was able to hit. I did a 10-hour test overall, and I'll put that in a link in the description, as a link in the description down below. And as you can see, I was able to average around about 87 million now at Manshaum. So taking into account that this is with Castle Buff and Karma Blessing, and also I'm valuing Caphras at 3 million each. If you want to value Caphras at 1 million each, then the value in terms of silver per hour would be around about 70 million. Let's see, be around 70 million with taxes, I believe. So it's really good money, it's really good money in Manshaums. And basically, with the new marketplace coming out, the central marketplace, I feel that Manshaums is going to be even better money, The main problem right now is that sometimes, the narc earrings, especially on NA, do get a little bit oversaturated, so the prices aren't exactly maxed out. However, that shouldn't make too much of a big difference from your money per hour, since most of it actually comes from the Caphras stones, the Voodoo Scrolls, and yeah, mainly the trash loot, which is valued at 8,000 each. So, if I'm able to hit 4,000 trash loot now, that's 32 million by itself. And yeah, that's pretty insane. Just to take into note, I did include protection stones in as sellable items because you are able to sell them in a min price currently, due to more people having Bell's Hearts and having to grind stones for magical powders to repair the alchemy stones. Additionally, I also include dust, which is used to make Caphras stones as well. So basically, that calculation is just the amount of dust requires to make one Caphras stone, minus the cost in a blackstone armor, and then basically, you can divide that by 5, I think, and you get the value of each dust. So I'm valuing Caphras at 3 million each. If you value Caphras at 1 million each for some reason, then you can do that as well. But I can comfortably say that when the new central marketplace comes out in the price of Caphras will, I'd say at least be 3 million each on the new marketplace. And I remember grinding here back in the day when like I was below soft cap, or around soft cap I think. Most people I think at around soft cap can reasonably make between 2.5 to 3k trash now, which is between 20 million to 24 million silver now just from trash alone. So that's not bad. That's half decent. And Manshaum isn't a that you need buff up the same like Ackman. You don't really need villas or you don't need full elixirs in my opinion. However, sometimes I do pop. All I really pop is a Cron Mill and Fury elixir if I need to sometimes. So yeah, it's a pretty chill grind. You don't really have any fear of dying, unlike in the Ackman or Historia. Really, the mobs aren't really that strong. All you need to watch out for is the Manshaum Great Warriors, and we can go through that later in the video. I just want to quickly go through rotations, or the rotation I do mainly. There's a lot of videos out there on rotations in Manshaum, so I don't feel like I need to go too in depth about this, but basically the rotation I do, I just call it the main rotation, and it's basically you're just going I think clockwise or counterclockwise, whichever direction you want to go. It's like in an oval shape, and yeah, it's pretty simple and straightforward. If you just watch me do the rotation a couple times, you should have it down. And basically, this rotation I get the highest trash in just due to the fact that it's a high density in statues slash totems as well as mobs. Alright, now that's out of the way, I just want to quickly go over some tips on Manshaums, especially as a Witch Wizard, since Witch Wizard doesn't have the greatest mobility in the game, and the time to kill for the packs isn't really that high, so you need to be able to efficiently manage your teleports as well as your ultimate teleports. Wizard has the Hellfire ability, which I recommend you use a lot, as well as you should be using your buffs on cooldown, stuff like Speed Spell, as well as the Blue Orb as well. You should be using that. Just know, which skills to use on each pack. That's the thing you need to find out just through time. Just optimize your skill rotations and stuff like that. And basically, another useful tip would be in terms of the Manshaum warriors, you want to be getting as close to them as possible, because that way they won't iframe jump. And when the Manshaum elite warrior or the Manshaum warrior jumps, he has like a couple seconds of invulnerability, so that will significantly add to your clear speed if you're not able to manage that properly. Another thing I would advise is to always kill or destroy the totems or statues. Personally, because they have a chance to give you bonus trash loot, and they're basically that's free silver at that point. Usually I usually leave the huts alone. the Manshaum HUDs just because they have too much hit points and they take too long to kill, and it's not efficient for me. So just sharp some final words of advice. Basically, you know, a lot of people ask, how much AP do I need to grind Manshams? For most classes, I would say anywhere around, you know, 230 AP with Tech Kudum, or you know, maybe even a little bit lower than that. That will be fine. Like if you're around soft cap or even higher. You know, the more AP you have Manshams, the better you'll do since the place isn't really AP capped. Another thing I want to go through, was the pros and cons. Obviously, the pros for grinding Manshams are that, you know, it's really good. You can be really good silver per hour. You get a lot of Caphras as well, which is always a good thing. And the play also has a daily quest which you can do for bonus, you know, horse materials and stuff like that. Another thing I like to mention is that Mansham's, while it's not the best place for, you know, skill XP and XP wise, you know, it is a lot better than Ackman or Histria. It's a nice place to grind. You know, lots of bright colors and, you know, good for the body and soul. Now, in terms of the cons in Mansham's, one of them being it's a lot more tested, I believe, than Ackman. I'm not too sure about Histria, but you know, you'll constantly have people come into your rotation who are doing horse dailies, and or they're just there to try to grind over you, or you know, you're trying to secure a spot. Since all they need to do is respawn at node if they want to continue to grief you or something like that. It's not like in Ackman or Histria where if you die you need either Pearl Res or you need to find a portal again. And additionally, you know, it's a lot easier to die to mobs in Ackman and Histria, and people are generally, I would like to say, less inclined to PvP in those areas compared to Manshams. And that brings it to the end of the video. You know, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or you can also join my Discord. We have a section specifically made to help BDO players there. And also, if you enjoy this content, stop by my Twitch. I do stream pretty regularly every week. As always, links are in the description down below, and I hope you guys learned something useful from this, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video or in the next stream. So have a good one. Peace out.